first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery.
David Montgomery, the Bears.
And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 17 carries, 80 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And the Bears, first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
They have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cardinals' 7-yard line.
Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Sanders is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Cardinals, nothing.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McLean, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. It's going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bears take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And 1 at the 47-yard line.
Heavy rush, and down he goes.
Joseph, the quarterback, is sacked.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throwing on first down. McLean, he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 2.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
8-yard pickup.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
The pass.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, McClain. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Mess around and put that thing over your pyramid. 6 figures.
2nd and 10. From the gun, McClain. Going for a right side here, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 at the 19. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else should have put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
At the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, McLean. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now here's the signal caller, getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
The quarterback keeps it. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separate. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Cardinals 7. Jason.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, McLean. The kidder here, it's complete. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Operating from the gun, McLean eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First down.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he stopped immediately there. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Bears' 12-yard line.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Oh, now Hopkins slow to get up here. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Back to throw. McLean. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10.
That ties the game at 10.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially when we get deeper in the game.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The pass.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That throw into the arms of Allen. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Complete to Darnell Mooney. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Bears.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devon Hamilton able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McClain, wide open receiver, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Darnell Mooney, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bears will extend their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. And he's got this down to the 35. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, McClain escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
Younghoe Koo lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the score.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. And they'll try to run the option here. Finding room at the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to keep this again. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Bears